Hello, and welcome to another update video about XRP. So XRP is following the triangle pattern we're tracking at the moment in a textbook way. You might recall from previous video that we've had a setup here, not a great one because the chart is only moving in corrective structures, but I think I was quite clear over the last few months in the videos that in both scenarios I've been tracking. And there are more that I just don't show because they're not relevant right now, but they might become relevant should we even get an upside breakout above those recent highs from 2021, for example. But should we get an upside breakout, we can always adjust. And if we get closer to that key level at $2 up there, the green line, then I will give you also more insights into more bullish scenarios. Maybe I will already show them or share them over the weekend on Discord. If you're interested in checking that out, we offer a membership with additional updates and signals also for XRP. For example, only a few days ago, and the price was still down here around 60 cents, it's doubled since then. I've shared with our members that the price has left our support zone to the upside, and we could be working on this corrective rally within this long triangle pattern. And you can see that this chart projected obviously the rally first of all into the blue zone. These are always our Fibonacci extension zones, but then overall for our targets up there into the region between $1.26 and $1.98 that was further specified in other updates as well, but also in the video updates. But you get these written updates in addition, plus access to our live chart if you're interested. Now the thing is, we have extended now, and that was a potential long trade setup or accumulation zone, call it, as you wish. The thing is now, the price is reaching now, we moved from support into, we are approaching that sort of target area here, yeah, for this wave Y of C in the white count, or in the yellow count, the D wave. Let me explain again that in the yellow count, which is the bullish triangle, we're tracking an A, B, C, D, E, and we go higher. I think in yesterday's video I also showed you a more directly bullish scenario. I mean, of course, it's possible that the market breaks out to the upside like A, B, C, and we would have already the D and the E in. That's a valid triangle. It just doesn't look great regarding proportions, but when a triangle is complete, we normally expect a surge, but it requires a break above the B wave high to confirm. And that's around $2, okay? So it doesn't make a difference anyway. As I said in previous videos, we don't need to talk about like 10 scenarios if they all point into the same direction, which is up. Now that we're approaching this sort of, target area, we need to think about, okay, could something, I mean, of course, something more bullish could unfold. I think it's at this point just important to understand two things. It's important to understand support, which I will give you on the smaller time frame in a minute. And it's important what would be a breakout point that would invalidate the triangle pattern and suggest that something more bullish is unfolding. And I would see this only like as a signal level, yeah? Because yes, there are more bullish scenarios available, but we first need to see that breakout, right? We need to see the breakout. And as long as you have support, then the trend is up anyway, right? It's clearly up from the June low 22, but more specifically from the July low 24. So the trend is up. So it's important to understand those signal levels as well as support, which is also a signal. So as long as support is holding, the local trend is up. I would not try to fight the trend. At the same time, you need to understand when you entered the market. Well, if you entered it down here in the support zone that we communicated, well, that's normally where, or the breakout point, then your risk is naturally very high now, unless you want to give up all those profits again should the market retrace. So that's just something everybody needs to decide for themselves. But the idea is that in this triangle, we could reach this area between 126 and 198. Maybe there's going to be another higher low and higher high. I would rather see this as a setup or opportunity should there be a corrective pullback. But bear in mind, XRP has rallied many times in quite impulsive ways. And it doesn't happen often, but when it happens, it typically leads to a sharp pullback. Very, very sharp pullback. Yeah. So it's just something to be prepared. I don't want to hear any complaints if that happens, because that's always, the setup was clear. I mean, it wasn't a great one because we're dealing with corrective patterns, but the boxes are typically the areas where positions could be entered you can do it all the time, but this is where reward is high and risk is low. I mean, arguably, really, it was really low risk down here because we were at the lower end of a range, and now we are getting to the upper bound, let's say the upper half of a range, right? At the same time, we need to be mindful we couldn't get further extensions, as I say or said in previous videos, as long as our support is holding. And that is normally the best approach because we don't know how far this rally goes, right? Extensions are possible, probable. They always happen in a third wave. We're in a third wave. Shouldn't be a surprise that we get extensions. And if we're in a third wave, all we normally need to do is we shift our support area higher with the price. And all the support area does, it keeps the trend alive. So at the moment, support is at 74 cents. So that means the price is now at 111, 74, that's your risk. So that means in any pullback, we need to allow the price retrace to that level. And that means can you accept that with your position or not, right? And only you can make that call. Now, the thing is, on the smaller time frame now, we said, okay, maybe this is going to be an ABC. XRP loves to form three-wave patterns. And if this is an ABC, okay, this can extend, as I showed you here, against that support level, right? But this might be only the A wave, and we might get another B and another C. We just need to take it level by level. At the moment, the trend is up. It takes a break below 74 cents to suggest we could start a B wave pullback. And that could be an opportunity if the pullback is corrective. Until then, the trend is up. Until then, the trend is up, and we are now reaching next resistance at $1.17. Because of these extensions, I'm going to show you the next FIB extension levels as well, which are at 128 and 144. So just for additional resistance on this, just based on this structure. And then support is at the moment between 74 cents and 92. But against this, extensions are possible. Only a break below it would indicate that this A wave has topped, yeah, somewhere. And you've got the next resistance levels to watch. And that's all we can do. There's no way to say how far it is going to extend directly, but that's usually going to happen very quickly. That's why it's typically useful to look for positions when there are pullbacks. If you want to chase, well, then you've got the risk levels on the chart, right? So that's key. That's the update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.